A phone call is coming from the hospital, and it's not what you think. It's something deeper, something you didn't expect. Archangel Michael is sending a warning, something urgent is happening, and it's getting closer than you realize. This call has been planned quietly, waiting for the right moment. It will come when you least expect it. The hospital is just the setting, but what's really going on is much more than health, it's spiritual. The reason for the call will shake your heart. Stay calm. Something you weren't meant to know before is now rising to the surface. This isn't a simple checkup or update. There's a divine message wrapped inside this emergency. The hospital staff were told to wait, to hold back, until the truth could no longer be hidden. That moment has arrived. Someone tied to your destiny is in the hospital. They tried to tell you something that would change everything, but they went silent before they could finish. They whispered your name again and again. A nurse heard it. A doctor made a note. Now you're being called. This person was supposed to see you recently, but something happened. Now they lie in a bed surrounded by machines, still thinking of you. Under their pillow is a document with your name on it. It hasn't been opened yet. The staff are waiting for your response. If you felt uneasy, restless, or heavy lately, that was your spirit sensing what's unfolding. You weren't imagining things. This is more than a medical situation. It's a divine sign and a warning. What this person held back has now become urgent. They ran out of time. The hospital was told not to say everything unless you answer the call yourself. That's how serious this is. What's happening to them might not be natural. A doctor suspects something else, maybe even something done on purpose. Your presence is needed to confirm. When the phone rings, you'll know it. You'll hear it in their voice. Something will feel different. Don't delay. Don't ignore it. This person was holding something sacred meant for you. A letter was found in their jacket, full of words they couldn't say aloud, words they were scared would push you away. The truth may hurt at first, but healing will follow. You might feel angry, but once you know everything, your heart will understand. Someone tried to make them look guilty, but they stayed quiet to protect you. They thought you wouldn't believe them. So they chose silence. But now the silence is ending. Fate is pushing the truth into the light. This call involves more than nurses and doctors. Even a priest has been asked to be ready. That's because this truth includes both medicine and spirit. This person wanted a better ending. Your name is connected to another hospital event long ago. That mystery was never fully explained. But now you'll get answers. The call might come from a number you don't recognize. But once you answer, your life will change. A woman in the hallway cried after hearing your name. She knows something, but she's waiting for you. She saw what happened before the emergency. She knows who was there. She knows something was slipped into a drink. Yes, this wasn't an accident. The person in the hospital found out something about money, a name, and property. They collapsed before they could tell you. Their last breath was used to say your name. Now, the truth is in your hands, not by choice, but by destiny. You are the key to a puzzle that even experts couldn't solve. The hospital is just the scene. What's really going on is spiritual. It's about betrayal, family secrets, and divine justice. Someone in your family knew about this but stayed silent, hoping it would fade. If you ignore the call, they win. But Archangel Michael says you were chosen to know everything. This was supposed to happen before, but now the time is right. Each second you wait, something sacred fades. Every moment of hesitation gives power to the wrong side. Even your childhood holds clues. An old hospital visit that felt strange, now it connects to this moment. That memory is a door opening again. Behind this emergency is more than illness, it's a spiritual gift. This person is holding on, just to see you. When your name is spoken, their heart responds. Machines react to your energy. The nurse taking care of them has seen visions, dreams with your face next to a glowing angel. That angel is Michael. The nurse isn't just a nurse. She's been placed there to help you awaken. There's an envelope with your name, locked in a drawer. When you arrive, they're supposed to give it to you. Inside is the truth you never knew, but were meant to have. Someone else, someone you recently met, will also be exposed. You didn't think they were involved, but their name is in the file too. You'll be led to a room. It might be locked or guarded. What's inside is protected. Under the pillow is your photo. Even in pain, they believed in you. They feared the truth might hurt you, but they couldn't hide it anymore. Archangel Michael says this wasn't just illness. They were silenced by people who feared what they knew. Those people are scared now. Your name is being spoken in two places, on earth and in heaven. The hospital has medical papers, but there's also spiritual energy moving. Hidden blessings. Sacred justice. When you walk in, the air will feel different. A staff member may act strange. They've seen your photo long before now. They were told you would come. You carry an energy that breaks patterns. What's happening isn't only about health, it's about miracles. You are the center of it. You might cry when you enter. That's okay. Your soul knows what's happening, even if your eyes don't. Give thanks if you feel called. Support where you're guided. But remember this, the call is coming. Don't doubt it. Don't hang up. That ring is more than sound. It's destiny knocking. The person in the hospital may seem weak, but they made strong choices for your sake. They gave up their blessings, so you could receive yours. You were always meant to know this, but now is the time. That's why the delay happened. The call is more than a voice, it's a door. The hospital is the place, but the real mission is spiritual. Now step forward. Lift your head. What you discover will bring tears, understanding, and transformation. They tried to keep it hidden, but the divine timing can't be stopped. This is why you felt heavy lately. That call isn't just a ring, it's a sacred signal. You were chosen to receive what's been waiting. But there's more. This isn't just a visit. It's the opening of a spiritual chapter written long ago. The forces trying to block this never saw your strength coming. They didn't expect your faith to hold. This isn't only about one person in a hospital bed. It's about a line of events that began years back, circling closer and closer to this moment. Every challenge you faced, every sleepless night, every strange feeling you couldn't explain, those were signs preparing you. You were never alone. Even in silence, protectors were placed around you. Seen and unseen. The one in the hospital was one of them. They carried heavy secrets, not to hurt you, but to keep you safe until the moment was right. That moment is now. The machines may beep, but your name brings a shift to the room, a sign that something sacred is near. That envelope isn't just paper. It's filled with trembling handwriting, dried tears, and truths that couldn't be spoken. Names. Dates. A story full of pain and protection. It is your spiritual inheritance. Inside are final words from someone who always believed in you. They had visions too, of you arriving at the perfect time to finally receive what others tried to hide. Now you're stepping into that prophecy. Others will try to stop you. Not everyone wants the truth out. Some will act helpful, but hide dark motives. Trust your instincts. They're your guide now. Michael is leaving signs, flashes in your dreams, chills down your back, repeating numbers. Pay attention. Everything is lining up for a powerful revelation. The one in the bed prayed for this. Prayed to get this truth to you. They're holding on for the sound of your voice, the warmth of your hand, the light in your spirit. Even the hospital walls feel different now. They hold memories, unfinished promises, and the energy of a story that's ready to be told. The phone that's about to ring. It's a bridge. Between now and then. Between silence and truth. Between pain and awakening. What's in that room is more than facts, it's your key. Your freedom. Your peace. When you walk in, you may feel chills or sudden emotions. That's not fear. It's truth recognizing itself. Your soul remembering. What was hidden is coming forward. What was silenced is speaking again. The truth is wrapped in your name. You were chosen. Not by luck, but by purpose. Don't walk into this moment with fear. Walk in knowing you were always meant to carry what's next. After the call, after the visit, after the tears and truth, there will be a silence. And in that silence, you'll feel peace like never before. Not because everything will suddenly make sense, but because your soul will breathe. You'll feel seen. You'll know you're part of something bigger. This is your time. Not just to hear, but to receive. Not just to visit, but to fulfill a spiritual promise written long ago. Now it's your turn. Answer the call. Step into who you were always meant to be. Now, as you move closer to this moment, your body may feel it before your mind understands it. You might feel a strange sense of calm or a deep stirring inside your chest. That's your inner self waking up. That's your spirit remembering what it came here to do. The hospital isn't just a place for healing, it's where your truth has been waiting, quietly, for years. The people involved may not even realize the full power of what they've been protecting. Some are just following orders. Others are feeling pulled into something bigger than themselves. There's a quiet urgency that fills the air like a low hum. Some staff members have spoken in whispers, sensing something divine is unfolding. One nurse has been having the same dream every night, a hallway, a door, your name written on a folded paper, and a voice telling her to wait until you arrive. This isn't a random dream. It's a message. This isn't just about fate. It's about timing. Every delay, every change in plan, every missed call, it all had a reason. You were never supposed to receive this message too early. You wouldn't have been ready. But now, everything is lining up. The energy around you is shifting. Even nature is responding. Maybe you've seen more birds lately, or maybe strange weather has followed you. Maybe you felt more emotional than usual without knowing why. These signs aren't random. They're signals that a spiritual door is opening. And once it opens, it doesn't close again. This person in the hospital, they knew their time was limited. But they believed in something bigger than themselves. They believed in your future. They believed that one day, even if everything else failed, you would arrive. You would answer the call. You would walk into that room. There's a certain kind of silence in the hospital room, but it's not empty. It's full of energy, thick with unspoken truths, full of memories waiting to be released. You may feel a cold breeze even with no open window. You may hear a soft whisper, even when you're alone. Don't be afraid. That's your spirit adjusting to the power of the moment. When you speak, your voice might shake, but the machines around the bed will respond. Lights may flicker. A monitor may beep louder. Your presence changes everything. This person may not open their eyes, but they feel you. Their body knows. Their soul knows. And their final act is to pass the message they carried for so long. They held on longer than they should have. Not for themselves, but for you. Their final strength wasn't spent on survival, but on delivering truth. And now it's your turn. You will be shown where to go. Maybe someone in the hospital will give you a nod or hand you a key or card. Don't question it. Follow where you're led. You'll be brought to a small room. It may be cold or dimly lit. It might feel familiar, even if you've never been there before. There will be a drawer. Inside it is an envelope. It has your name on it. Nothing else. No return address. No sender. Just your name, written with shaky but careful hands. That's how you'll know it's real. The letter inside may not be long, but it will say everything that was never said. It will explain the pieces you couldn't figure out. Names that kept coming up. Events that didn't make sense. And most importantly, it will reveal who tried to hide this from you. Someone you trusted. Someone you believed in. Their name will be there. Their part in the story will be clear. You might feel heartbroken. You might feel betrayed. But you'll also feel something else, freedom. Because finally, you will understand. You will see why things happened the way they did. And more importantly, you'll understand your role in fixing what was broken. The truth will set something in motion. You won't need to do anything loud or public. Just being present, just knowing, will shift everything. That's how powerful your awareness is. That's how deeply you were connected to this story. And this isn't just about your past. It's about what comes next. Because once this is revealed, a new chapter begins. One where you are no longer wondering, but acting. One where you are not just walking through life, but leading others out of darkness. This person in the hospital, they weren't just someone who cared. They were chosen to guard the truth until you were ready. And now that you are, their soul can rest. Their job is complete. Yours is just beginning. You may receive more than one letter. You may be handed a file. Inside, expect photographs, papers, things that were hidden in plain sight. Bank information. Property records. Confessions. Everything was placed where only you would find it. Some of it may not make sense at first, but it will over time. Go slowly. Read it all. You will feel when something is important. Trust that. And while you're going through it, you might notice strange things, flickering lights, clock stopping for a moment, sudden ringing in your ears. These are not glitches. These are signs. The spiritual world is responding to your presence. You are realigning something that was off balance for years. Someone once tried to bury this truth. They thought time would erase it. But the divine doesn't forget. And now, it's come back to you because only you can carry it forward with grace. Not revenge. Not anger. But truth, clarity, and healing. The person in the hospital was never weak. They were strong in the ways that mattered most. They protected you from pain for as long as they could. But now they need you to be strong, for both of you. When the nurse hands you the envelope, look into her eyes. You'll see something there. Recognition. She's seen visions. She knows this moment is more than medical. She'll be quiet, but she'll feel the shift too. She's been waiting. Outside that hospital room, the world continues, unaware of what's unfolding. But you are now living in a moment that was prophesied in ways no one could explain. You may cry. You may fall to your knees. But you'll rise with more than emotion. You'll rise with purpose. Because once this truth is in your hands, the past doesn't own you anymore. The silence ends. The confusion ends. The mystery turns into clarity. And you become the one who decides what happens next. Archangel Michael didn't bring you this far to leave you. He is still guiding you. Watch for signs. Listen to your dreams. Speak aloud your questions. The answers will come, sometimes in whispers, sometimes in the actions of strangers who suddenly help you without knowing why. This person in the hospital, they knew something was wrong before anyone else did. They had the pieces but not the time. They were followed. They were warned. But still, they wrote everything down. Still, they saved the envelope. Still, they believed in you. They believed in the day you'd walk through those hospital doors and finally see what they saw. They were right. You're here. And even though you may not understand everything yet, your soul does. This is the beginning of a bigger unfolding. You are being handed something sacred. Handle it with care, but also with confidence. You're not a visitor anymore. You're the one who was always meant to complete the story. That story includes betrayal, yes, but also love. Real, sacrificial love. The kind that doesn't need to be spoken to be felt. The kind that lives on, even in a hospital bed. The kind that passes messages across time and space until they land in your hands. The spiritual inheritance is not just money or names. It's truth. It's awakening. And once you have it, the next chapter begins, not just for you, but for everyone connected to this journey. The nurse will guide you. The signs will grow louder. And the spirit of the one who waited for you will finally be at peace.